we are going to discuss one of the logical and interesting topic of sound, that is Doppler's effect. So it's all about the change in frequency when it is received by an observer if there is a relative motion between observer and source. So it's all about the relative motion effect on the frequency received by the observer. So the very first thing what you have to remember is what is the relation for the apparent frequency is f dash equal to f into v plus or minus v naught by v plus or minus vs. Sometimes they will also mention wind speed, then v you have to take v plus or minus vw, like wind moving along, so that you can take plus, otherwise minus. But 90% they will not mention wind speed, but if they mention, you consider that also. In place of v you have to take v plus or minus vw, where vw is wind speed. But if you take the speed of sound as v and the speed of observer as v naught, speed of source as vs, so f is the original frequency, f dash is apparent frequency, and here v naught and vs must be along line joining them. They should not be in any direction. You should not take random. For example, I am telling, if this is source, this is observer, this is the line joining. If they move like this, like this, like this, like this, no problem. But if this is moving like this and this is moving like this, then this is okay. But this you have to take component. So the component of velocity along the line joining them, those component of velocities are these v naught and vs. So that's why here I will mention you that if suppose this is source, this is observer, and this is u, and this is, let's take v, and this is alpha, and this is beta, then v source is u cos alpha and v observer is v cos beta, because the perpendicular component does not affect the frequency. This is the first thing you should remember. After that, when you look at the formula here, in the numerator and denominator there is a plus or minus. So when to take plus, when to take minus. So use logical and sensible thinking to understand that. What is that logical and sensible thinking? See, take it. Suppose here first observer approaching source. Observer approaching source means, or you take source approaching observer, any case. In both the case, what should be true is frequency increases. So apparent frequency should be more than this one. That means numerator should be more, denominator should be less. Yes. So that here it should be more means plus should come. It should be less means here minus should come. So that when observer approaches, then you have to take v plus v naught. But when source approaches, you have to take v minus vs. Now, similarly, when observer recedes away from the source, or when source recedes away from observer, in both these cases the frequency decreases. The numerator should be less, denominator should be high. So that here if you consider the numerator v plus or minus v naught, so here v minus v naught and this one v plus vs. So in case of observer, if you consider, look at observer only, don't think about source first, look at the observer. Observer approaching, irrespective of source approaching or receding, If observer approaches V plus V naught, then the other case will become V minus V naught. And in case of source, that will become reverse. Like observer approaches means plus, but source approaches means minus. So in that way, logically, you try to remember that whether plus will come or minus will come. So there are total 8 situations you will get. What are those 8 situations are? So one is observer is at rest and source approaches towards. Second one, observer is at rest and source recedes from it. And third one, observer moving towards source, but the source is at rest. Fourth one, observer recedes away from source, but the source is at rest. So here stationary observer and here stationary source. So like here it is like a train coming towards stationary and the passenger is standing on the platform, and here train is passing the station, already passed, now it is going or moving away from the observer standing on the platform, like that. So they will give the questions based on that. Now the fifth case, here observer, here source, both are approaching each other. Sixth one, observer and source both are receding away. And seventh one, observer following source. And eighth one, source following observer. Like this case, you are running behind the bus and bus is blowing horn, and here the bus is coming behind you and blowing horn. So these kind of 2 cases. So total there are 8 cases. Take any case. So think logically and try to make formula. Suppose 5th case you consider. So what is the 5th case? The 5th case is all about the observer and source both are approaching each other. Then the apparent frequency formula, when you want to write, you have to take this. So first take numerator, observer. Look at observer. Don't think about source first. Observer is approaching source. Then it should be taken as plus, as we discussed. Now source is approaching means minus. So it should be like V minus Vs. So this way, in any situation, take 8th situation. This is like 5th situation. Take 8th situation. Now f dash equal to f into observer moving away. Don't think this one. So observer is moving away means minus. But source is approaching, so V minus Vs. So this way you have to understand how to make the formula. And based on this 8 situations, direct questions can come. Like suppose you are standing on platform. You are standing on platform. Now a train passing the train. Now first it approaches. Let's take its speed as V or U. Then it recedes. First it is the case like source approaching stationary observer. Then what is the frequency? Then f into observer is at rest. Source approaches means minus. Then source recedes, but the observer is at rest only. Then V plus U. Then they can ask you what are the number of beats you can heard. This is the one question. Or they can ask what is the approaching frequency, what is the receding frequency, or what is the change in frequency like f2 minus f1, or what is the fractional change in frequency. Anything they can ask like this. This is all about related to what? Like a train approaching or passing the station when a person standing on the or passenger standing on the platform. Similarly, you consider one question. What is that question? Here the detector is standing here somewhere and one vessel is moving in a circular path. Vessel, yes, of radius capital R. Now they are asking find F maximum by F minimum detected by the detector. Now the first question is at what point it receives maximum, at what point it receives minimum. That is one of the important thing you need to understand on your own. Use logically, think logically that when source approaches maximum, when source recedes, then minimum. So you need to get a point where the velocity, that is tangent velocity of the source, should be towards, and you need to get another point where the tangent velocity of the source should be away. So at this point the F is maximum and at this point the F is minimum. But F maximum by F minimum is what? F maximum means F into, here observer is at rest, so V by V minus Vs by F into V by V plus Vs. So F, V cancel, it will become V plus Vs by V minus Vs. This is the way you need to understand and then use the formula whatever we have. Then similarly you take this one. Now here one train is at some speed. Now here the train speed they have not given. So let's take something like V. So the speed of the train is, don't take V, let's take U. Now frequency is 1000 Hz and speed of sound is 330. Now one object is at rest, whatever may be the object, we don't know what is that object. But what they are asking is, once the frequency sound releases and it is reflecting from this object and it will come out as echo. Echo means what? The reflected sound. Like when you make sound in the hill area, you will hear it again. That is called what? Echo. Same way, now first this is like source, moving with a speed u. Now this is like observer, it is at rest. Then what is the frequency received by the object first? That is F into, the observer is at rest, so source is approaching means V minus U. Now this is the frequency received by object. Same thing will get reflect. But after reflection, the object, while reflecting, the object is at rest. That means now this behaves like a source. The object now behaves like a source and it sends a frequency F1 and that should reach by train, now which is observer, which is approaching with a speed u. Now the source is at rest and the observer is approaching. Earlier the source is approaching and the observer is at rest. Now the source is approaching and also the observer is approaching. So it is the case, one of the case we have seen. Then the final frequency received as echo is, that is F1 times, this is the frequency received originally, F1 times, now observer approaching, so V plus U. Now source is also, source is at rest, so V. Then F2 equal to F1, what is the F1? F into V by V minus U into V plus U by V. So V cancel. So F2 is F into V plus U by V minus U. So if a source approaching towards a stationary object, then the situation is like source and observer approaching with the same velocity. This situation is nothing but this situation. When you want to calculate the frequency of echo, not the frequency received by the object. So when they are asking about the frequency received as echo by the source, then you have to replace the situation as source and observer approaching with same velocity. Then you will get the same formula. So this is how you can understand the question. Similarly, let me explain few more important models. One is, consider there are two hills. There are two hills. So there are two hills. One is this one, another is this one, and the distance is something between them. Now one source or one person in a vehicle traveling, and he suddenly blows horn and he is moving towards one of the hill, let's say A and B. Now what is the beat frequency he will heard as echo? Because one will reflect from here, another will reflect from here. So that you can calculate this as one frequency, this as another frequency. The original frequency you consider F. If you consider this case, a stationary object and the source is approaching, then what is the case? It will become, I said, observer and source approaching each other. Then one frequency received from A will become F into the speed you consider U, then V plus U by V minus U. Now this case is different. Now the source is moving away. So that the first frequency received by this one is the original frequency times source moving away and observer is at rest. So V by V plus U. And the frequency reflected is this one, and the frequency heard by this person as echo, let's take FB, that will become F1 times. Now this is acting like a source. Now this is observer. So the source is at rest and observer is moving away. So observer is moving away means minus. So V minus U by V, because source is at rest. So that FB will become, F1 is this one. If you substitute V will get cancelled. So V minus U by V plus U. This is the frequency. Then what is the number of beats means? FA minus FB. If you calculate this one, if they give numerical, then you can calculate FA separately, FB separately, and they take the difference. Then that is called number of bits. So this way also they can create questions based on bits. And one more thing, based on the one question we have discussed, like if there is a circular path and the source is moving and one observer is at a distance, let's take y. So what is y? The minimum distance between the source and observer as the source is moving in circular path, and the radius of the circular path you take it as capital R. Now here at one moment where the tangent velocity is towards observer, frequency is maximum, and similarly at another point the frequency is minimum. So this is tangent, mean this is 90 degrees. Now here this is R. Now this is R. So the distance between source and observer when the apparent frequency received by the observer is either maximum or minimum. This is maximum case, this is minimum case. Let's take this distance as R, both are equal. Then if you take this triangle, what kind of triangle? Right angle triangle. This is capital R, this is R plus Y, this is small r, this is right angle triangle. Then r square plus r square equal to r plus y whole square equal to r square plus y square plus 2ry. R square cancel, so r square equal to y square plus 2ry. So you can take it as the one formula, relation between r. What is r? The distance between source and observer when the frequency, apparent frequency is either minimum or maximum. What is y? The minimum distance between source and observer. And what is capital R? Radius of the circle in which it is revolving. So like that different cases will come. So questions can come simply based on the first 8 cases we have discussed, or they can ask indirectly like echo case based on the same those 8 situations, but indirectly you have to understand. Or other than that, sometimes they will link the questions like we have seen. They will link the questions with beat frequency. So this is how we have to remember and we have to deal with the questions related to Doppler's effect. So hope you all understood. So thank you so much.